Naik. And they're on the dais. Can we please have a huge round of applause for them? Miss Raquel Costa is a marine geologist with experience in ocean education. Over the past 6 years, she has been the head of the Portuguese Blue School Network, where she has been deeply involved in promoting ocean literacy initiatives. Additionally, since 2021, she has been a coordinator of the All Atlantic Blue School Network, working to expand ocean education efforts across borders. Her expertise lies in ocean teacher training and developing educational resources to foster a deeper understanding of the marine environment. Furthermore, she contributes as a reviewer for ocean literacy papers. She is an IOC Ocean Literacy Group of Experts member who actively shapes global ocean literacy strategies and initiatives. It's an honor to have you with us, ma'am. Thank you. And our next speaker, we have Ms. Shweta Naik, who is the Executive Director of the Jane Goodall Institute, where she leads the organization's effort in wildlife conservation, environmental education, and community-driven sustainable development. With a strong background in environmental advocacy, Ms. Naik has worked extensively in biodiversity protection and human-wildlife coexistence. Under her leadership, the Institute continues to expand its impact, focusing on habitat restoration, youth empowerment through environmental education, and the promotion of ethical wildlife practices. Ms. Naik is committed to advancing Dr. Jane Goodall's legacy by fostering a harmonious relationship between people, animals, and the environment. It's an honor to have you also with us, ma'am. And the dais is yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, as my bio says, I'm a land person. Which means that it's all about land on our planet Earth, and my colleague, she is all about ocean. But ocean is very far. But me being on land, I'm also going to talk about ocean, with which I had no connections few years back. But ocean is really, really far from us. And I think it's been quite a long day. Ocean is really far from us, and we must ease out ourselves. For that, I would invite my colleague, sorry, we are just doing something different here, my colleague Katie Bagley, to take us all to the ocean before we begin our session. Can somebody give her mic?
So we are here in Delhi. There's no ocean around us. But let us go to the ocean. Let us all close our eyes and stand in front of the ocean. Let us, get mesmerized by the vast enormity of it. You can feel the cool breeze, the sea breeze. You can hear it whispering something in your ears. You can hear the waves rocking, crashing, the music of the sea. It's something incredibly magical. Let's just walk a little further. Feel the waves, the frothy waves dancing around our feet. You can feel the feet sinking into the sand as you walk further and further into the ocean. You gradually go inside, and it's a different world altogether. So many different marine creatures all around us. It's so calm. It's so soothing. It's like being a little fetus in a little embryo in its fetus. You feel that kind of comfort. You go deeper and deeper into the ocean, and you see all kinds of fish, marine life you can never have thought of. Fish which produce bioluminescence, fish that have large eyes or spines, or it's all just very, very magical. Gradually, after having gone through this, we surface, we come out into the bright sunshine, and we look around us. We have experienced something magical about this vast, beauteous, watery world, which is a major part of our planet.
Thank you so much.
I think Raquel would say something.
I'm using this one. Now, before we continue, I would love to ask you, all of you, to write in a piece of paper what is the feeling, the emotion you felt during this session. What is the meaning of the ocean for you as a human being?
We asked them. So we asked.
So when you finished, I don't know if it's big enough to show us your answer, but I really want to listen the answer of the students that are present here. So if you want to share with us the words you came, please, you first. Yeah, it's better with the micro.
It felt like everything was very calm around us, and like we were in another world.
Okay. Next, you want to share with us?
So, along with calmness, it was very clean and filled with natural sounds.
Okay.
Satisfaction yet amazement.
Okay. More students or participants? Yes.
I found that there were a lot of, it made me have the sense of adventure to explore things over there because they say 70% of the ocean is unexplored, so it made me think about that.
Okay. More examples?
So it was very calm all around and peace all around, and also a transformation from this cavernous world to a peaceful nature. To me, ocean means to get alive. It's so full of life and calmness and still bubbly and always charming and always dancing.
Wow. Thank you. It's
Thank
lovely.
you.
It's lovely. More? Yeah?
It was a very calm feeling. I just feel very good experience, and it showed in front of my eyes the nature was blue, and there was a peace, and nature was full of colors like fishes, and the ocean was blue, the plants were there, and I just felt very good.
Oh, good. Very good. So the ocean means, okay, yes.
It is a very calm and fresh feeling experience. It is a connecting to nature. Calm sound, beach walking, and watching the sunset.
More examples?
So I really enjoyed this imagination, and even I went for swimming also in that, and I imagined all the creatures like octopus, whale, and all the other kind of, and I'm swimming among them. So it was a really a very peace-giving kind of imagination.
Good. Okay, thank you so much to all of you. I think this exercise is very important at the beginning of an ocean literacy session, because when we talk about this, it's not only about knowledge that we are talking or awareness, but emotions and engagement. It's the most important part of this type of movement. So the second question I have to you, it's did you ever heard about ocean literacy concept? If yes, rise ocean literacy concept, or raise your hand. No? Youth? Okay. Okay, maybe it's important to discuss a little bit with them the concept. Yeah. Okay, do you want to begin? Or I can? Yeah. So ocean literacy began in United States in early 20, in this decade, in the beginning of this decade, because in the United States, in schools, they would, in science disciplines, they never talk about the ocean. So it began with a movement with scientists and teachers, and they decided to discuss what were the most important principles that they needed to work in schools. Now we are in 2024, 24 years after, and we are again, or now we are discussing the new concept of ocean literacy, because it evolves. At the beginning it was only about ocean science in the curriculum. It was all about the knowledge about the ocean. Nowadays it's much more than that. Why? Because when we know about something, it's not the same of changing our behaviors or attitudes. So to have different position about us and the ocean, we need to learn about the ocean in a different way, in an holistic way. So it's not only about scientific facts, but we need to translate these facts into something that we want to care about. So we need to try to work this in schools with an interdisciplinary approach, with different visions, to have an holistic view of the ocean. With that, and with practical examples that we can talk later, it's better to change our way of living when we live near the ocean or when we live far away from the ocean, because every step we do in our daily life will affect the ocean. Okay? So nowadays the ocean literacy, it's about restore our relation with the ocean and respect the ocean, like our traditional communities did. We want to...
When she's talking about ocean literacy, one experience comes to me, that how I got into ocean literacy. And I think there are so many young people sitting here, and I must share this story. So as when I began, I told you that I belong to the land. I come from a landlocked city, and I had nothing to do with ocean. But one fine day, a little young boy of 8-year-old, who happens to be my son, raises some serious questions. Because this little boy he grew up in Tanzania, next to the ocean. And for me, that part was related with my, like what you said, pleasure, peace, serenity, all the experience which I can have as an individual, but nothing about ocean. But for me, all the pleasures ocean gives to us as an individual. But this little boy was catching up something else, his own connection with the ocean. So when I came back to India, I settled in Pondicherry, which is again a coastal city. You also come from coastal city, Where? Yeah, so she also lives next to the ocean. I also live next to the ocean. So that is another connection between us. So we go back to Pondicherry. So there were 3 incidents back to back, which led me to where I am today, sitting here talking to Raquel. So those were the 3 incidents in which the first time when I went to the beach with my son, he started picking up trash. He picked up a lot, and then he asked me, Mama, can you make a video for me? I made a video for him, and he had a message. Please don't throw plastic in the ocean. It is not good. You must use dustbin to put that. It was a COVID time. So then he collected all the trash. He asked me to put it in the bin, look for the bin. We couldn't find any bin as usual. We are in India, no dustbin. He made us pick up everything and put it in my car, and he brought all the trash in the house. And he segregated. Probably that comes from roots and shoots. And then I thought, okay, he's my son. That is why he's doing all that, a COVID activity. He has enough time. Let him do that. Now, the second time when we went to another beach, and I have Bala here, who is our CF from Conservator of Forest, who was raised in Pondicherry, and he can also connect with that there is a sewage which goes directly to the ocean at the beach, not even far, but just the whole gray water going directly to the beach. That is the state of the ocean there. I had never seen anything like that before. My son had never seen anything like that before. We both looked at each other and we were just in awe. What is this? You know, the pollution. Okay, so we have seen plastic. We have seen ocean pollution. Now, the third major event which happened was we saw a dead olive ridley male turtle killed because of fishing trawling. And then people were taking selfies with that. No sensitivity with the turtle. People were just very curious to know that the huge giant turtle was there, washed ashore, dead. And then this little boy, he just held my hand and he asked me the question, Mama, why don't you do something for ocean? You are with Jane Goodall. And that really shook me as a mother, not because I was with Jane Goodall. And the very first thought which came to my mind, that when I was growing up, like in US, they were teaching ocean science, I was never taught anything. Have any one of you were taught anything about ocean? All the elder people, were you taught about the ocean when you were growing up, Mr. Burman?
Yes, I went to the ocean many times because I was living in Calcutta. We used to go to Puri, and that was mainly for swimming. And we couldn't take the time because we had to go with the Mobius to go. So I was familiar with the ocean. Can you hear me louder now?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I was familiar with the ocean right from there. I was living in Calcutta with the Hooghly going into the ocean, but we used to go to Puri for the holidays, and then we used to go and bathe in the sea. All we knew about the ocean was bathing in the sea, and it was very rough. We didn't know the connection between ocean and humans, and that it's a part of us. The ocean is very much a part of us.
Yeah. So from his generation to my generation, we were never told anything about ocean. So I always say, you live close to the ocean, you know nothing about ocean. You live far from the ocean, you know nothing about ocean. But ocean is our life engine. You see this blue planet. We are defined by our ocean. And that led me, after the serious questions from my son, and as a mother, I was destined to launch a program in India, which is called Oceans Are Us. And the theme for that program is, open your heart, let the ocean in. We must understand why ocean is so important for us. So Raquel will tell you more about that. Raquel will tell you her story, even though she knew about ocean, but she was never part of the school education. what brought her into the ocean, she will tell you now.
Okay, let me ask you before I tell my story shortly. I would ask the students if you work the ocean in schools. Do you work the ocean issues in your schools? In science disciplines or history or geography? You never talk about the ocean? You do?
As part of geography curriculum.
Okay.
You should ask the geography students if they've read there. We do talk about oceanography, but that's just a science.
Okay, just a science. Okay, but it's better than nothing. But I want to hear about the students. Come on.
She wants to know more from you all, the students, not from the elders. Are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the earth has one ocean and they all are interconnected. Ocean affect the climate. Oceans support a diverse range of life. The ocean resources are limited and human impact the oceans.
Very good. Bravo. So you discuss this type of issues in schools. It's not a zero about the ocean.
So do you discuss this in the classroom?
Yeah.
About ocean?
We also have a workshop about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's good. So it's...
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Well, I will be shortly in my my history. So I'm come from Portugal, in Europe, and my family. I had family from a fishing community. So since I was born, the ocean was my house, you know. And then I studied geology, and I did my master in marine geology, and I did several oceanographic campaigns, and I dive in a submersible very far away in the deep of the ocean without light. But I saw so many different creatures, like fishes with foot. I saw octopus, red octopus, that are dancing in front of the submersible, and it was amazing. It was an experience like going to the moon, you know. It was whoa, 8 hours in a submersible with only 2 more technical engineering, and it was amazing. It's really have plenty of life without light. And well, I did my scientific research about the hydrothermal vents in the Atlantic, and then I was invited to work in the extension of the continental shelf. This project is to extend our territory below the ocean. And when I talk to this, because I always go to schools since I was a geologist, when I realized that no one knew about the extension of the continental shelf, no one knew about the life that exists in the deep ocean, the resources that exist in the deep ocean. And so we created a a toolkit at the moment with resources, and we teach teachers to teach about the ocean in schools. But at that time, in 2010, we realized that when we do simple activities, but not in a long time, but only in a punctual time, you, the students, don't change your way of living. You don't change your attitudes, you don't change your behavior. It's normal. We have the same problem, we don't change it. So we discussed this with a lot of partners, and we became with a new project. It's a program, and we called it Blue Schools. So it's like a green school, but it's a blue one because it's about the ocean. And in this case, the schools have to work during all the year about an issue, you know. So and now I'm doing a research on the impact of the blue schools in but in Portugal, and I saw very good changes in attitudes, not in behaviors, but it's quite nice. So we could increase the knowledge, the awareness, and the attitudes in the children. So it's good. It's a good beginning, you know. And why? Why do we get that? It's because students go to the beach, to the sea, talk with professionals, maritime professionals, talk with scientists, do some beach cleanup, adopt a river, for example, and take care of some, or take care about some biodiversity or ecosystem. And when you are engaged with hands and minds on, you change. So this is a message for you. You have an act, you know, you need to be activists. Not only receive information, but transform it in action. Okay.
Yeah, I think we finished on time.
Yes. Applause for that.
I have one concluding message. So, our planet is defined by its ocean, and therefore so we are. We cannot afford to speak of the ocean as though it is simple or empty or worthless. We have to see this dynamic engine as a critical part of our existing planetary life support system, in whose shadow we are privileged to live. Instead of seeing the ocean as a solution for climate change, we need to see it as a test of our new attitude for our planet. One that doesn't treat it as a combination of universal rubbish bin and exploitable resource. Ask not what the ocean can do for you, but what you can do for ocean. Thank you.
I think we have all heard of poetry in motion, and if we had to give an example of a session in poetry, this would be it. So thank you to the both of you for actually explaining such a serious thing in such simple, beautiful language. And thank you, ma'am, for actually taking us to the ocean within the session. And thank you for your time. Very, very nice session. I think everybody, including the students, the elders, everybody learned a lot from your work. Thank you so much again. And I would like to thank all of you also for participating in our Sustainability Samvad and for being here. We obviously were running short of time and you all cooperated and coordinated with us, so thank you for that. And we have tea and coffee waiting for you outside, which will, I think, continue till 6:30. After that, we have a cultural evening planned for you. So looking forward to seeing you all there. Thank you. Thank you so much.